Hi guys, it's been a bit, sorry. It's been really crazy around here between cold weather, rain, wind, and just plain life. Kind of got far behind on this stuff. I wanted to show you the garden because it's been about a month and oh my gosh, you should see how everything has just kind of exploded, and I've got some things in, and yeah, I'd like to kind of show you what's going on. So without much further ado, here we go. Just a quick overview of the whole thing. Isn't that incredible? In a month's time, well, with all the rain that we've been having here, I haven't even done an official count of it all, but there has been quite a bit of rain. And let's go down there and kind of start. My irises are blooming. It's so gorgeous. So these are my irises. And this right here is my buttered popcorn. My favoriteest color. Right here. And it's up here along this side. Let me take you in for a closer look at that. So here's my buttered popcorn iris. They were standing up a little prettier this morning. It's been a hot day. It was like 82 degrees. So they're a little wilty. And there's my bicolors, and they're already starting to wilt on me. And this is what I call a typical iris color, at least here in my area. And there are a few in there that still have not bloomed yet. My volunteer sedum that was way down at the bottom. And speaking of volunteers, I'm going to bring you around this side. That is my cilantro. And it loves these cracks, and as long as I let it seed, I never have to plant this stuff again. I'm going to have to harvest it here soon because with the warm weather, it's going to bolt on me real quick. In my pots here, I tried to grow some roselles, but unfortunately they got knocked by a bad frost that we had. So I've got barrage in the left side and lavender in the right. So we'll see if I can get some of that. And we're going to go around to that side and kind of take you around like I normally do. And here's the famous view that I've got from the driveway side of the garden. And here is those ones that I'm not sure exactly what they are. So if anybody knows what these are, please leave a comment down there and let me know what these are. They've got a beautiful dark purple color. We will start here on the driveway side, and this is what it looks like when it gets all put together. And this is that plant that I wasn't sure exactly what it is. I think it's a dahlia, but I don't quite remember. So if you know what it is, leave a comment down below so I can know what it is. It's a beautiful color though. I can't wait to see it bloom. The iris is up there. The rose bush that needs to go and still hasn't gone yet. This is that itty bitty little hollyhock. And my sedums. The hostas that did not die. And calendula. And these are some peonies. Some more lavender. peonies, or I'm not, sorry, not peonies, pansies. Yes, they're pansies, and calendula. That is the anise hyssop that I replanted. And some more of question plant. This is where I had some more hyssop, but this is lemon balm right there. And all of my garlic, which is getting closer and closer to being harvested. Down here on the end, I have some scapes starting. I'm going to be up to my ears in garlic. The strawberries are growing big. My chives are flowering. My asparagus have bypassed and going to seed, I hope. Got a few of stalks that taste really good. My surprise lilies that are starting to die back now. And my rose bush is starting to bud. This is my favorite rose bush. This one is vining and apparently budding, but it gets so humongous it's hard to control. And this one is a bush type. Another vining rose. More of my garlic. The fennel that you saw me plant in the last video. And down in there I've added some thyme, some marjoram, and some oregano. Potato bags, red potatoes. This is my comfrey back here, this really tall big plant here. This is, bumblebees love it, so it's great to draw in the pollinators, and also hummingbirds, but I have not seen any hummingbirds yet. Even though I have some feeders up, I'm not sure why it's not drawing in the hummingbirds. I'm sad. I like to photograph the hummingbirds. But the comfrey draws in some of the pollinators. We've got big fat bumblebees that like to fly around there. And, sorry, there was a wasp flying by, just making sure it was on its way. But they like to draw in the pollinators here. I've already chopped some of it down, and I'll show you why. I use it for a chop and drop fertilizer mulch, but I left some up for the bees. My yellow raspberries going insane. Hostas. More potatoes. Experiment to see if the bags need to be irrigated down through the middle, because once that foliage gets real big, the water almost just kind of sheds off of it and doesn't actually go into the bag. So that's an experiment. We've got another one to put in another bag. These are some pepper plants that I have had started since February. I got them in a seed swap, and she said had to go ahead and plant them right away because they were kind of a slow start. Yeah, these poor little guys are like, they needed to get out a while ago. So bad so that they were flowering, and I hand pollinated them. So I've actually got peppers growing already. This is an Italian heirloom. I'd have to look up the actual name of it, and I'll put it in a caption here below for you. But yeah, I'm gonna get some peppers here soon, which is absolutely insane for Iowa right now. Parsley, hosta. My basil made it. My onion patch here And what you see in and amongst that is what happens when you don't pull your hyssop out fast enough and it self-seeds. Dill. And that little guy right there was that leftover onion that I didn't get pulled out. And it is also going to seed, so I'm going to have some seeds from that. My blueberries. My blueberries are starting to form. Maybe I can get a close-up for you. Okay, not wanting to focus. But my blueberries have started to form. More asparagus, more strawberries. And these guys right here, in this little line, kind of over here by themselves, are okra. It just suddenly got to like 80 degrees, and I think they were happy about it. Other side of the strawberry bed. And my grapes are starting to come alive. Want to make sure you don't get grapes too close to the ground. They got to be kind of pruned like tomatoes. City living, I'm telling you guys. And dead batteries. Hopefully I'll get this video done for you. So, where was I? Grapevines. Yes. Had a fungus on this thing 2 years ago. Butchered it down to the branches that you see here now. And then last year just let the foliage grow up, no expectations. It seemed to do fine. I did not get the fungus marks on the leaves like I had thought before, so hopefully this year I can get my Concord grape juice. I'm so excited. I really like Concord grapes, and especially their juice. Jam will be down the road a little bit because I'm still a little nervous about the whole canning thing. I'm trying to do low sugar everything, so I'm trying to work with the low sugar pectin stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, back to looking down at the ground. Over here on the other side of my strawberry patch, planted some peas, and they're starting to come up. These are the radishes. I've already picked a couple out. Down on this end, you can see I've got some close to being able to harvest here again. There's 3 different varieties here, so not all of them are ready, but some of them are. Peas along the back there. Beets, which I should probably thin just a little bit. What do you think? More potatoes. The tomatoes that are going to go in, and I'll show you that in just a minute, where they're going to go. More tomatoes. Cucumbers, green beans. Yeah. My little lettuce patch, and those are lima beans, and we have had a really windy day here, so he's lying on the ground. Broccoli, which I am getting my first head of broccoli here. This is cauliflower, celery, cabbage, mustard, celery, hyssop. That is really good, by the way, in a salad. It just gives it a real nice sweet flavor to it. More cabbage. And here, this is where my tomatoes are going to go. They're going to go down here and along the other side where the carrots are. Those are all the carrots. Mustard, cabbage, celery. Might have to prune out some of the bigger leaves on the cabbages because I think I got a little too close together, but it looks like they're doing all really great. This is some parsley down here, spinach, kale, collards, eggplants. And these just went in the ground yesterday or the day before. So they're adjusting. They're shocked a little bit. More of my comfrey mulch fertilizer. Ooh, my purple basil survived. That got frozen too in the frost, but it looks like it's going to do really well. My bird houses. Oh my gosh, guys, this has been so fun. So these bird houses, sparrows. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 bird houses here, 8 in this garden area. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, definitely 5 of them are inhabited right now. One of them is inhabited by a finch, and the rest are sparrows. And you can hear them. And just, I've got 3 males up here vying for attention. It's been really, really wonderful to watch all of that. I hope you can hear all this. The wind has really been a pest today. But, oh, over there. I gotta show you over there. So here's over there. These are my artichokes. Getting big and sassy. Really liking the cut grass as a mulch too. That's really been helping keeping the weeds down. Some volunteer leeks from last year, and that lonely head of lettuce from last year as well. And back here, I know I haven't covered it a whole lot, but this is my compost pile. That I got hot and tried to have it come down. I need to turn it again because, as you can see, temperature-wise, it's starting to cool off. It's not focusing real well, but that's about 100 degrees, and I had it up to about 160. And I hope that's just about everything. I know this was really quick and breezed through here. Let me show you the saffron and what that's doing right now. It is, as you can tell, kind of dying. But this is what it does. This is the time of year that it'll die back. And then in August or September, it should start blooming for me. The green will start coming back and it'll start blooming. That's the plan anyway. So, any questions, comments, put them down below. If there's anything you'd like to see or want me to explain a little bit more in depth, I mean, to the best of my knowledge, I'm certainly not any kind of master gardener. I'm just someone who likes throwing some seeds in the ground and doing the best that I can, and hopefully feed my family on it. So, y'all have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. P.S. I wanted to show you what's coming up next here. These are all my peppers, besides the ones that are already out in the garden. I've got some bell peppers, some paprika peppers, and a couple kind of sort of spicy ones, but not too much as long as you don't eat the seeds, because I want to make my own paprika powder. But yeah, I just up potted these. This poor little guy. He is really, really tiny. I don't remember what that was. That's a golden California wonder. There's a couple other ones in there, but we'll see if he survives or not. And then some verbena I picked up at a nursery the other day, and that's going to go in some hanging pots that I have. And I haven't updated you on the kiwi and the figs. They're doing really good in these little pots so far, getting nice and healthy and started. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put them in my yard, garden, whatever. That is, yeah, what is that? Geranium. Yeah, variegated geranium. It's really pretty. It's got a splash of red in the leaf there. It's doing really, really well. Had 3 sprigs. That was one of the sprigs of geranium, and it just kind of went, nope. But that one's doing well, and it's got all these happy friends.